welcome to another video. It's good to have you along. I'm so happy to see all your smiling faces. Well, it's the camera lens, but anyway. My name is Elmo J. Karjalainen. You can call me this guy if my name is tricky. If it isn't, you can call me whatever you want. Today I'm taking a look at this. The Wampler Ethereal Reverb and Delay pedal. It promises to be kind of ambient bliss, and I like ambient, long reverbs and delays. So this should be a right fit for me. So I'll be right back after this intro. Alright, so today I'm taking a look at this, the Wampler Ethereal. Now, this is a promising pedal for me. Like I said, I like ambient stuff, and this promises to do kind of real big, long, lush reverbs and delays. What does it have? It has a delay knob, a feedback knob, a tone knob, delay mix, reverb mix, and then a slight on-off kind of switch, or a switch here, not on-off, but a switch here where you can select quarter notes, quarter note plus triplets, and so on. So you have 4 different modes. And then it has an on-off switch and trails switch here, so you can kill the trails if you want to. And otherwise, it feels well built and all that. So I'll just get it hooked up and play a bit. Alright, so what else do I have going here? I have a custom mahogany Strat with Seymour Duncan YG and Fury pickups going into a Marshall 1987X, and I have the Wampler in the effects loop. And this is my clean sound without the Wampler. Okay, so that's my dry signal. Now, I've set up the Wampler so that I'm just checking out the delay first. I have delay, feedback, tone, and delay mix all at 12 o'clock, and I have it set to the triplet mode, so it should give me a quarter notes and triplets if I've understood correctly. And here's what it sounds like. It's almost like it's adding a bit of distortion to the delay trails, which is not nice at all. Well, I'll see what the tone knob does, if that kind of has something to do with that. Yeah, it sounds like there's distortion going on in the first repeats, and then the distortion kind of fades away. So I put the tone on 9 o'clock, I'll put it on 3 o'clock. It sounds a bit like going into the preamp of a slightly overdriven amplifier with a delay, and it's not entirely great. Wait a second. I'll check if the loop level that I have here has something to do with that, because it has a level switch. You can get plus 4 dB and minus 10. I think I have it on plus 4 now. Okay, so I pressed the switch, did a test, and this is what it sounds like now. So something's clearly not right. Wait a second, I'll see what the TC electronic flashback does, because I have that hooked up as well. Yeah, something really weird is going on here. I'll have a look. Okay, so now it's sounding better. I put the switch back on plus 4 dB, so it sounds like this with the TC electronic flashback now. I think those repeats sound fine, whereas the Wampler, sounds a bit distorted. I don't know if it's just the loop that this amp has. Yeah, I'll try connecting it to the Boss next tone and see how that sounds. If it does the same thing in that loop, then I don't know. But I'll reconnect stuff a bit and be right back. Okay, so back again. Now I have the Boss next tone connected. And it sounds like this in the next tone. Drop the tone a bit. Okay, so now it's sounding really nice. So add reverb as well. So reverb is now at halfway. Okay, now it's sounding the way I wanted it to sound, but with the Marshall there's distortion going on that I'm not crazy about. I really wanted to like this pedal. I really wanted to buy this pedal. Well, I did buy this pedal, but I wanted to keep it. I'll fiddle a bit with, put more reverb and more delay on to see how much this thing really does. Okay, so I have feedback at 2 o'clock, delay mix at 2 o'clock, reverb mix at 3 o'clock, and this is now what it sounds like. Okay, that's a bit much even for me, but still, I like the sound of this. Just a shame that it won't play ball with my Marshall. I've had other pedals have problems with the Marshall loop, like the MXR Carbon copy was one and a few cheaper ones, but the kind of the problem was different then. When I turned on the pedal, all the top and the treble kind of went missing from everything, from the dry signal and from the delay pedal. But this one created a kind of distortion in the kind of the trails, the repeats of the delay, which was not very nice at all. And it sounds great with this amp, even though the cab on this, or the speaker on this amp, is terrible. Yeah, so you can even do the funny odd stuff where you change delay times and it does all that weird stuff to the noise. I'll try a couple of other things still. Okay, I dropped delay mix but added feedback, so it should be a much longer delay just going on in the background. It's actually making a funny noise now. That was a bit much, wasn't it? I could just quickly check what the reverb sounds like on its own. It's quite nice. Yeah, I think it sounds very good with this amp, but it doesn't sound good at all with this amp, and that's a problem I've had with a couple of pedals, although this particular pedal has a different type of issue to the ones that I've had with other pedals. Yeah, so if you're thinking of getting a Wampler Ethereal, you might have a problem if you're putting it in the loop. It didn't have a problem with this one, but it did have a problem with this one. I don't know why. I'm no technically gifted wizard kid, whiz kid, don't know what I'm talking about anymore. But it sounds great with this. So it's worth a chance. I mean, you can buy it, and if it doesn't work with your amp, you can always sell it on and you won't take a huge knock. On the other hand, there are other pedals out there that you can check out as well. The new neighbor Immerse was very nice, but that's not exactly the same type of pedal. It's more of a reverb pedal. It has an echo function in it as well. But the Ethereal has reverb and delay, which is always a fun thing. And it sounds great. Now, it's not cheap. I've forgotten to check out the price, but I'll put the price here now, along with special effects. Yes, so what can I say? Not for me, not with this amp, but that's something to do with the amp and the pedal. It's not a failing. I wouldn't say it's a failing of the pedal as such. The pedal sounds great with this. And if you're running it into an absolutely clean amp, that would be fine as well. Like I've said in other videos, I can't run any delays or reverbs into the front of this amp because it overdrives slightly, and that's not a great thing. It might actually be that the overdrive I'm getting in the delay repeats is from the power amp section of this amp, but the funny thing is that I haven't had any such problems with the flashback. I don't know why that is. I don't know. Well, I'd have to experiment more. Well, that's basically all I have for you today. What a messy video this was, but this is basically me trying out stuff for the first time. I hope you liked the video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Give it a thumbs down if you must. Yes, be negative. Comment, let me know if you've had any experience with either the Wampler Ethereal or the similar kind of thing happening with any delay pedal. And yeah, subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that little bell notification thing and support me on Patreon, because I buy the gear that I review, so you get an honest review and my honest opinion of the Wampler Ethereal. It sounds absolutely great with this amp. With this amp, there's slight overdrive going on. Now, I don't know what kind of an issue that will be with different amps, but I suspect it won't. I suspect it'll be fine with almost anything. And like I said, if you do buy one and if you do have an issue with it in the loop, you can always sell it onwards. Because yeah, I didn't even touch on the different rhythmic combinations, because it sounded great in one position. I'm sure it'll sound brilliant in the others as well. And if you're planning on getting just your basic a few repeats, a couple of repeats delay pedal, then this is overkill. You don't need this. You should get something slightly less expensive, or something that's better suited to that job, like the TC Electronic Flashback. So that's all I have for you today. I'll end with a bit of ambience in the outro. It's just getting so, yeah. I'll be back in another video at some point on some channel. See you. Take care. Goodbye.